This is Bones of Berry. I'm back with a tutorial. Look, man, it's the summertime. I know you guys want to draw those cocoa butter down, sunscreen, sunbathing honeys. So I'm going to teach y'all how to draw those smooth skin tones. That's right, people. Stick around. I'm going to teach you how to go from this to this. That's right, folks. Those smooth skin tones. Let's get it. Alright, so first, this is how we start off. As you see, I have my line art. This beautiful lady has a ice cream. So we're going to go ahead and paint those skin tones. So first you go here. Okay, we're going to pick I'm going to just go ahead and delete some of these. Okay. Pick a hard brush. We're going to go ahead and bring the opacity down to like 25. That should be good enough. Then we're just going to go in and paint all of we're just going to go ahead and paint all of those areas where, you know, the cell shading. We're gonna go ahead and make the background color. It's summertime, we'll do like a blue. Okay, so we're gonna do it's like a light blue because it's like daytime. That'll just help our decision inform the background, you know what I'm saying? The background inform what colors we're going to use. So as you can see here, I use like a black. That's not really what we're going for, so I'm gonna go ahead and bring the opacity down. I'm gonna go to adjustments and just tweak the colors a little bit to make them a little bit more vibrant. So I usually go with like purples and blues instead of just going straight black. Maybe even add some reds in there, so we can always change it in the future. So we got that. So then we go here. We go ahead and start selecting the color. Now first, we're going to need to get a good selection, so we could just pick any color for now. This is just so that we could have a guide of where the skin is going to be. Alright folks, listen here. So now that we got our selection, again, this color is not permanent. This is just to ensure that we got a clean selection so that we can see everything as we're doing it. So pay no mind to that. So let's go ahead and hide that for a second. We're just going to try to find the color for the skin. I'm going to go ahead and pick like a nice tan color. Let's see how this looks. I think I need a little bit more like red in it, so we're gonna make it more red. So maybe make it a little lighter. Now with the skin, you know, there's a balance. You don't want to go too saturated. Once you go too saturated, you blew out the color. So I think that's good. So let's just go ahead and apply this color to our purple that we had there. Boom. So that's her skin tone. You know, she has that nice kind of mocha thing going on, you know, so that's good. I'm gonna make her cell shade just a little bit more pronounced. We're gonna bring that saturation all the way up. Of the styles of making smooth skin, just pick like a soft airbrushing tool, and we're just gonna make sure it's small. Let's see, we're just gonna get in there and soften up those edges. okay? And like the more you bring them out, the more it'll look like skin, you know. So you can just soften them all the way out. And don't overdo it. Those areas that are, there's some areas that are meant to be hard, okay, so, or hard edged, I should say. Like the areas where the skin meets the like a skin or maybe a bone or something, like change the plane of it, or you know, you just don't want to overdo it. So don't just go hog wild and paint everything, okay? Just soften out where it needs to be softened out. Okay folks, now that we got our skin tone going, we got everything smoothed out, we're gonna go ahead and choose a highlight color. Now if this is the sun, it's the sun, so it's gonna be a little bit more yellow than the skin tone. So go ahead, as you can see, this is where I have mine, and then we're gonna paint those areas that are hard and soft. So there's like a little plane change that happens right here on the hip that I think shows up well, so we're gonna have that right there. We're gonna put on this side is where the sun's hitting, right? So we're gonna go ahead and accentuate that. Hold on. It's all about getting the right stroke, okay? And then you can use that blend tool in conjunction with that, just to make sure it's crispy where in the areas that it needs. And as you can see, that skin is starting to show up beautiful, okay? So we're gonna do the same thing here. This is a hard and soft brush. If you don't have one of these, you could just use a hard brush and soften out the edge. I just figure I'll skip the steps since I'm making this quick video. Okay folks, so now that we got those hard edges, we could go in there and we're going to pick that same soft brush that we were just using, okay, and we're just going to start painting those the wider areas. Now we're just going to go in with a very light hand. You don't want to be too crazy and destroy all that beautiful work that we did. So just go in there, you know, just highlight some of the areas that are still rounded but not as hard as the edges that we painted. Okay, so like stomach is like a rounded area, right? The arm is a cylinder. And if you need, you still got that blend tool at your disposal. If you blend something out too much and you want to take it back a notch, or the opposite, you know, you just switch back and forth to whatever makes sense. Now, once you get to the face, here's a trick right here. Okay, so you want a couple highlights. You're gonna go choose this tool, like a soft brush, and you're just gonna, this is a simple way to do that cheek highlight. You're just gonna go light and then harder at the edge, okay? Then we're just gonna come in with the blend tool again, get to blending. So once we got that in, we're just gonna go ahead and we're gonna just go back right in on that, and then we can just choose the same color as this. And from here, we're gonna just start to add those areas of what they call ambient occlusion, okay? And you know what? Let's go ahead and change the skin color too, or the line art color too. But right here, we're just gonna add the darker areas. So just use the same color that you used. We're gonna actually go to our hard brush. And And all those areas where you feel like it's a cast shadow or where little to no light is reaching, just go ahead and put that extra tone in there to give it a little bit more depth. Okay. Now that we got all of our areas a little bit darker, we're gonna go in one more time. Let's just pick like a true you know what, actually let's change the line art. Let's change the line art first. So we have our line art. Okay, now once you do this, it's gonna make probably the biggest difference, almost, I would almost argue here. So let's go ahead and start simplifying some of these layers. I got a lot going on here. I'm gonna combine them up. Boom, boom. What's in here? It's the hair layer. We'll leave that separate. Okay. We're gonna create a clipping mask. We're gonna choose like the darkest skin tone, okay? And we're gonna just make that a little bit more darker and saturated. And we're gonna come in. Yeah, let's pick a bigger brush, okay? We're gonna come in and just paint all the skin that color. Now that might not be dark enough, so let's choose another one. Or that might be too dark. Okay. We're just trying to get it to look lighter on the skin tones. Okay, the rest of it can stay the same, or we can go ahead, if we want to get real in depth, we could change all of it. But for now, we're just gonna, you know, just barely go in and tweak them all. Now again, this is just around where the skin areas are, so we just want our skin line art to be brownish. So as you can see, it's pretty much has taken shape at this point. If you want, you could go back in, like say she has like oil on her or something, you could select that color again, make it a little bit lighter. Pick like a brush with a good shine on it. Now by that I mean this with a little soft and hard on it, and then just paint some speculars in there. Okay, like on her legs or wherever you want. But yeah, we'll tweak that and we'll come out to something finished. I hope you guys liked the video. Go ahead and comment and subscribe for the next one, and stick around, and I'm gonna go ahead and finish this thing for you guys.